What's up, YouTube? Got another quick little knife review for you here. This is the Benchmade Griptilian. Um, there's a bunch of different variations of this knife. This is actually the 550 HG. You can see if I can get the camera to focus, you can actually see the 550 right there. This is in the sheep's foot variant. 154 cm on this one. This is a real older one. A lot of different variations of this knife. Right now, I think it retails, you can get it on Blade HQ's website, probably right around 140, 145 or so. Great knife all around. It's got a couple of bad things about it, but we'll go over that in the review. But a lot of good in this knife here. Go ahead and get some sizes out of the way, some measurements on it. Overall, looking at right at 8 inches overall. Sharpened blade length, you're looking at 3 3/8 on the sharpened blade length. If you include the choil, right at 3.5 on the blade length with the choil. So it's a full size knife. Thickness behind the edge. Calibers out here. Let's see what we got. Not an especially thin knife by any means. 103 thousandths. That's what I got for blade stock thickness. Hollow grind. It tapers down. So cutting edge right at the edge. Right at 15 thousandths, which is pretty good. Can you guys see that? Let me go back. Right at 15 thousandths, 10 thousandths, 11 thousandths right there is what I got right behind the edge right there. So it can get pretty slicey. Good little slicer overall, I'd say. Go ahead and do some size comparisons on it. That is Spyderco Paramilitary 2, right about the size of the PM2. This PM2's got some aftermarket scales on it, but I'd say right around, got to be close to the same weight. Blade to handle weight ratio as the PM2. That's the Para 3, so you can tell it's bigger than the Para 3, but they also make a mini in this, which would kind of be comparable to the PM2 and PM3. This is the Demco 8020.5. It's bigger than that one. Hogue Deca. Larger than the Hogue Deca. More cutting edge. And this one right here, this is the one, that's the Doug Ritter Hogue RSK MK1. Now, Doug Ritter helped design that one also, but whenever he went and left Benchmade, went with Hogue, he came up with, he wanted to have the Griptilian design also through Hogue, because it was kind of like his own design. That's my understanding of it anyway. But there's a lot of similarities between the Griptilian and the RSK MK1. I mean, you can tell right there looking at it, same ergonomics pretty much. Sheep's foot blade on this particular Griptilian kind of makes it a little bit different with that hump right there. But if you look at the drop points, they're very similar to this, and these do come with the thumb stud openers on the regular versions of them, the ones that aren't the sheep's foot. I think, to my understanding, they made some sort of deal with Spyderco to be able to use their patented 10mm hole as an opening hole. Very, very good means of deployment, in my opinion anyway. The hole is less likely to snag on anything than the thumb stud is. But overall, RSK MK1 and the Benchmade Griptilian are essentially, grip-wise anyway, the same knife. Now, this one does have a lot smoother handle and a lot nicer material. This one's 154 cm. This one is 20 CV. A lot better blade still, in my opinion, at least on that one. Go ahead while we got that one out, do the hardware differences between them. See if the Doug Ritter's any better than the Griptilian. That is T8. So, oh, it's too small for that, I think. I have to get out the T10 just to make sure that one's not too big. Where's my T10 at? There it is. Alright, that's a T10. Check the pivot with that. Alright, so that's a T10 on the pivot. T10 on the pivot for that one. On this one, body screws. T8, T8, T8. T8 on the clip also. This one, I think, with the T10 on the pivot, once you go down from the pivot, you're all the way down to a T6, I believe. Let's look at it. Let's see real quick here. That's a T6. Try it out here on the body. Yep. Body screws T6. And I've changed this to aftermarket clip. So without a doubt, that's T6. Which is another plus and another check mark, I guess, in the category for the RSK MK1. T8s are a lot easier to deal with, a lot less likely to strip out. But, I mean, you can take apart a knife that's got T6s. You just got to be a little more careful when you're unscrewing it to not strip it out. Axis lock on Benchmade. Benchmade's patent on the axis lock ran out. And Hogue, very shortly after that, came out with the Able lock, they call it. But they're both crossbar style locks. Although Benchmade did pioneer that field with the axis lock, is what a Benchmade crossbar lock's called. Put that one away. I just wanted to show you guys some similarities between the two, because they are in a lot of ways essentially the same knife. On this one has I guess FRN, you could call it, handle material, kind of like Spyderco's fiberglass reinforced nylon. It's more that super hard plastic than a G10. It's not as soft. Means of deployment, very good. You can deploy it just with the axis lock, which I don't recommend, not especially good for it. But you can also thumb hole flick it open, Spidey flick, you know, two-handed, slow roll it, whatever. Very good knife as far as means of deployment. Lots of kind of like a fidget factor, I guess you'd call it there. Good jimping for your index finger underneath. You can grab it, no problem. That's why they call it the Griptilian. You can use it all day around oily environments. It's not going to slip out of your hand if you got a good grip on it. Good jimping up top right there. You can see the jimping. Makes it really comfortable. Jimping above where the crossbar lock is too, on the handle right there. Even though it's hard plastic, it is curved really nice. It's not pinchy, it's not sharp. I guess that is probably about all I can think of to talk about with this knife. It's a great slicer. It's a great hard use knife at work. I've carried this knife, cut rope with it, open boxes, all kinds of stuff. It's a great all-around knife. There's a lot of people that say the Omega springs tend to break after a lot of use, and I definitely believe that 100%. But I've never had it happen to me yet. But This one in particular, I'm not sure if the newer model Griptilians have it, but this one has, this is all closed in back here. It's not a back spacer, it's two pieces that come together. That helps eliminate a lot of the trash and gunk and stuff that might get into it while it's sitting in your pocket. Overall, this is a wonderful knife. I enjoy very much carrying it. It's got great acoustics too. You can hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear that. That thwack. It very, very good. Very good acoustics, opening and closing. Really good knife. I'll put the link in the description if you guys want to check it out on Blade HQ's website. That it's one of the more moderately priced Benchmades that they still have, and that's saying a lot with Benchmade because a lot of their products are pretty high nowadays. But I would most definitely recommend this knife. Great knife, good all-around work knife for the price. If you're just getting into kind of more premium knives, pocket knives, you want something that's American made. Great knife, good steel. The newer ones come in the S30V. Like I said, it's definitely worth the money in my book. That's about it. Like the video, subscribe if you're not already, and thanks for watching. See you guys on the next one.